Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinik.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
You know I have to be bubbly this morning. Good morning, Rufai.
Bless you, bless
yes,
you.
I have to smile this morning.
Yeah.
We're missing Ayo Mideo.
Yeah,
her name is Ayo, but I love to call her Ayo.
Yeah.
Well, all right. I hope she's all right. Yeah. Well, good morning to you, viewers. Here are some of the stories that are trending across the globe. In the United States, world leaders will gather at the 78th United Nations General Assembly in New York for a 9-day summit that will begin today, Tuesday, September 19th. Ahead of the summit, Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met with his South African counterpart, Cyril Ramaphosa, as part of his bilateral engagements. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, speaking at the opening of a high-level forum at the UN headquarters on Monday, called for a global plan to rescue the 17 Sustainable Development Goals adopted by world leaders in 2015, which aim to drive economic prosperity and well-being for all people while protecting the environment.
You made a solemn promise. A promise to build a world of health, progress and opportunity for all. A promise to leave no one behind.
In Congo, Brazzaville, the government has maintained that reports of an attempted coup against President Denis Sassou Nguesso, who has been in power for 39 years, are false. The denial follows rumors on social media that the military had been trying to oust the 79-year-old leader, who is currently in the United States, attending the UN summit with other world leaders. The Congolese leader, who rose to power in a military coup in 1979, is the third longest-serving president in Africa, after Equatorial Guinea's Teodoro Obiang Nguema and Cameroon's Paul Biya. On the sports in Iran, Al Nassr captain Cristiano Ronaldo received a warm reception in the country on Monday in the first visit of a Saudi team since 2016, ahead of the start of the group stage of the Asian Champions League. The streets were crowded with fans who raised welcome banners and pictures of Ronaldo upon the arrival of the Saudi Arabian team in the wake of restoration of relations between the two countries. Al Nassr face Iranian side Persepolis in Group E today, Tuesday, September 19th. Finally, on our entertainment, global media company Condé Nast on Monday announced the appointment of British-Nigerian fashion editor Chioma Nnadi to replace Edward Enninful as head of British Vogue, one of the most powerful roles in the fashion industry. Nnadi will become head of editorial content at the magazine, reporting to Anna Winter, editor-in-chief at US Vogue and chief content officer across Condé Nast's global editions. The 44-year-old will become the first black woman to lead the Vogue fashion magazine since its inception in 1916. She is currently the editor of the American edition's digital arm, Vogue.com, overseeing digital content for the title. So proud of Chioma. Congratulations, Nigeria to the world. She's British, but it's amazing. Very powerful position for the fashion industry, and it is amazing that she is going to head that magazine. The former editor, Edward Enninful, was Ghanaian, so you know, it's good to see Africans taking power. Well, let's begin what's trending. The feud between the Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, and his deputy, Philip Shuaibu, took a dramatic turn on Monday after reports began circulating, alleging that Shuaibu was locked out of the government house by Obaseki. Well, an unsigned statement which made a case for the governor claimed that Shuaibu attempted to force his way into the personal office of the governor, along with his security aides, even when his office had been moved to another property. The statement went further to claim that Shuaibu had tried to confront the governor at his office but met his absence. He was then told by security guarding the office that he needed permission before he could be let into the office, but he insisted on gaining access into the governor's personal office.
The governor said they should lock it. That they are using the office for something else. I am not moved to anywhere. Nobody has given me letter to move to anywhere. Nobody has given me letter. So if governor say I'm moved, I'm not moved. I'm not moved. The governor did not give me letter. Nobody has given me letter to move. So how will I move out of my office? And the gate is locked and padlocked. So I don't know. So I call the governor, is not picking. So you call the governor that I didn't move because I didn't get any letter to move. Only the civil servant got letter to move. I'm told that the civil servant were given letter from the office of HOS to move out of this place. But me, I didn't get any letter to move.
All right, Philip Shuaibu here is claiming that he did not get any letter to move. Well, let's take some tweets. This person says, I remember this guy fighting to give the governor a second term. Nigerian politics can be crazy. The level of lawlessness and high-handedness is the reason as a nation we're not developing. You wonder if it is to serve the people. Will these guys fight this much? Well, Bolu said, Governor Obaseki thinks he will be governor forever. He deceived Edo people with the slang. Edo no be Lagos. Today, he has become a dictator, an emperor, tormenting everyone that crosses his path. Hope Edo people have wise up and ready to send packing all these funny-looking people. Your deputy has every right to pursue whatever career he wants. It is by grace you became governor of Edo State, despite the many battles you got there. And this is what you have become, especially toward your very own deputy governor. This is very, very unfortunate and unacceptable conduct. Edo people, over to you. Well, Emma, I don't know if Emma is from Edo State, but this is what he says. Shuaibu should take the back seat. You took your principal to court for no reason and accused him of wanting to impeach you when nothing of such happened. Embarrassed your principal, yet you want to have access to him. I mean, I don't know if that video was staged, Rufai, but you could hear Shuaibu there saying that he hadn't been given a letter and that the governor said that they should lock that premises. I mean, how unfortunate is this situation, really quickly?
Truth is, you'll be fooling yourself if you want to get to the details of all the shenanigans going on between these two men. You'll be fooling yourself.
You think this was a setup or
no,
movie
because
or what?
You're going to have different slants to it.
Like, who was the camera guy filming, actually?
I mean, I don't even care. I don't care to know. All I care about is the plight of the people in Edo State.
Absolutely.
That voted leadership in, that want their leadership to do well for them, and all they see is drama every single day. So all they see is social media skits by their leaders every day. And that's what Edo State has been reduced to. Because two people are fighting for power. And I keep insisting, because of power that is transient in the first place. It's not today they started. And that's why I say you can't afford to try interrogating what really happened across both sides. Yeah. You remember the incident in the church. You remember the incident at the 60-year referendum celebration and the likes. It goes on and on and on. What I'm concerned about is the Edo people that need the good things of life. And I think both of them should focus on all of this and stop all this drama. The deputy governor is still the deputy governor. He's not been impeached. Let him in. Work with him. Yes, you have discordant tools. You are at loggerheads. Games are being played everywhere. Yeah. The interests of the Edo people should come first.
Right.
So you have to learn to work with him.
Yes.
And it's not only in Edo States. There are many other states where this crisis is brewing between deputy governors and their governors. We know so many of them, but we just look at it and we say, what is happening? Yeah,
but there needs to be a statement. There is video evidence there, and I mean, this is
so absolutely... So, for me, the last time this happened...
Uncalled for, I think.
There was a statement. The commissioner came here. They talked about it. It would just be talk shop. Can we focus on the development of the states that need the attention of these people? That's what I'm concerned about. I don't care who gets what when, because all politicians are the same as far as I'm concerned.
All right, then. Well, let's take another story, then. Human Rights Association of Nigeria on Monday accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of nepotism, alleging that most of the key appointments in his government were allotted to Nigerians from his ethnic group. The group stressed that the recent appointments of the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Yemi Cardoso, just 40 8 hours after appointing Zaccheaus Adedeji as the acting chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue, is a testament that the president is pushing an unseemly pro-ethnic agenda. The accusation is coming as President Tinubu appointed 18 aides, comprising special advisors and senior special assistants to the office of the Vice President, Kashim Shettima, one of the notable names on the list, eliciting several reactions on social media, is Hakeem BabaAhmed, spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum and the elder brother of Dati Baba-Ahmed, vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party. Let's take some tweets. This is from PO Grassroots. Says, the report of Dr. Hakeem BabaAhmed, the elder brother of Yusuf Dati Baba-Ahmed, the Labour Party incoming vice president of Nigeria, accepting the position of special advisors on political matters by Tinubu, is a sad and unfortunate one. Another significance that the elderly ones lack passion for national growth and development, so painful and devastating. While Shola wrote that Hakeem BabaAhmed's appointment seems that the slot given to the Northern Elders Forum. Interesting. I like that appointment. At least he won't be attacking the administration over some imaginary anti-North agenda. In the next 4 years, he'll be defending instead. Over to you, Dr. Vati.
Okay, very quickly. Let's start with Hakeem BabaAhmed.
All right.
Dr. Hakeem BabaAhmed himself, sent out a tweet in which he said, this is not the time to sit on the fence, and that he feels honored to make his own contribution to national development. And he comes to the assignment with very excellent credentials. Right. Former university teacher at the University of Sokoto, PhD economics from Success. He was a permanent secretary for about 10 years within the Federal Civil Service. He has also served as secretary of INEC. He's a writer. And I think he continues to teach in one of the universities. So he has experience. He will be an asset to, definitely the vice president's office and invariably to the president. Why are people a bit agitated? Simply because, he's the spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum. And you will recall that during the elections, during the campaigns, he wrote a piece, if I remember very well, in which, or was it an interview with Punch newspaper, in which he was saying that, look, he will only support his brother and Peter Obi if he considered them the best candidates. In other words, he wasn't, involved in partisan politics in that manner. Rather, he was more concerned about the interest of the North and, his capacity as a spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum. So that's his profile, in a nutshell. And in any case, he's 68 years old. He was born in 1955. At 68, I think we should grant a man the privilege of taking his own decisions and not acting on the basis, simply on the basis of filial relations. That would be, reductionism, in my view. The second point is the allegation by Uriwa that, President Tinubu is just appointing, people from his own ethnic stock, right, Yorubas, into strategic positions. Some people even go a step further. They said, no, he's following the footsteps of President Buhari, where every major position is given to his boys from Lagos. In fact, that is the major complaint. And there are Yoruba people who have even been on this program to complain that, look, President Tinubu should look at other people in Yoruba land. Why must everybody come from the people who are connected with him in Lagos?
Is it true or not?
Just wait a moment.
Yeah.
Uriwa provided a long list,
right,
of about 20 Yoruba persons in strategic positions. And, and it's on the basis of that Uriwa is complaining. However, DAWN, a group called DAWN, which is a development agency for Western Nigeria, which is also an NGO, says no, nobody should complain about Yorubas being there, that this is about Tinubu recruiting the best and the brightest hands. However, if you look at the optics, very quickly, you have CBN Governor, Yemi Cardoso, connected with you in Lagos. You have Zaccheaus Adedeji, also a Yoruba man, connected with you. You have Tunji Ojo in charge of blue economy. You have Dele Alake, your former commissioner in Lagos State, in charge of information. You have Wale Edun as coordinating minister of the economy and also minister of finance. So people will look at it and say, all these strategic positions have been given to, the Lagos group. So that is the problem. The optics, doesn't seem to look good. However, the president of Nigeria is in a position to give out about 5,000 positions in terms of patronage. There will be more appointments. So the challenge is for the president to address that so that it doesn't begin to look like what we're used to, what Bishop Matthew Azankuka wants to refer to in one of his books as the myonization of power. What Tinubu himself calls Emilokon, which the people who are benefiting from him have referred to as our Lokon.
Yes.
It shouldn't be, myonization of power. This is a big country, for God's sake. Right. And there are competent people in every part of Nigeria. Yes. So if you are looking for talents, you can find from every village. Right. Yeah. So we should have this sense of inclusiveness that he himself campaigned about, and for which many Nigerians voted for him.
I like that you brought up the fact about his campaign. Yeah. If you recall yesterday, I took that old video during his electioneering time that he talked about his unbreakable team. And these are the people he said during the election that he trusts. So, I mean, is he going with the people that he trusts, or is it nepotism?
Nepotism is nepotism.
Is that what you think?
And you see, the interesting thing is, it's not only President Tinubu that has done nepotism.
Right.
President Buhari led the way. In fact, Dr. Abati, your government too was accused of Southeastern nepotism. Then, President Goodluck Jonathan too was accused of Southeastern nepotism. You see, it has become a government.
It's not a Southeastern.
I know, yes, but he was accused of Southeastern nepotism. In fact, I hear a group that just sent me a message that showed all the people. I can read it out now during during President Jonathan's time. But you see, the sad reality is that we have built a government of turn by turn. And this turn by turn means that you will have to miss a turn when it's not your turn. If you play snake and the ladder, when they say miss a turn. And when people miss a turn, it brings chaos, it brings bigotry, it brings strife. Mr. Sari Dokubo said, turn by turn, no. Najagaban, turn, no. But does it make it right? Absolutely it doesn't make it right. No. So it's a government of turn by turn, and people that are missing a turn will complain. But when the people that have missed a turn today, when they get their turn too, they will do it. So this is how we want to run the country aground, based on nepotism. Congratulations to us. Let us continue. But one thing I know is this, Oji. It is forthrightness and inclusion that builds a nation. Not giving the key people to your own personal group.
Well, all right.
So I don't support any form of nepotism. Because, like you said, Dr. Abale, talents abound everywhere.
All right, then.
But this government of turn-by-turnism cannot help us.
All right, then. Well said, both of you.
To make appointments, even from this arise, we will supply people.
We'll supply them. Dr. Abati, are you going back to Aso Rock, that place? Are you going back?
I'm just talking about asking your next.
Well, all right, then let's take our final story. The Lagos State Police Command has taken a significant step in the ongoing investigation into the mysterious death of 27-year-old fast-rising singer Mohbad in response to controversies on social media surrounding the singer's demise. Mohbad passed away on Tuesday, September 12th, and was laid to rest the very next day in somber ceremony at a press conference held in Lagos on Monday. In the presence of Mohbad's father, Joseph, the Lagos State Commissioner of Police said the command has inaugurated a 13-man special team to investigate Mohbad's death and expressed the command's determination to get to the bottom of the matter.
Let's proceed with the investigation, and as we have needs to identify individuals, which could be wider, we will pick on whoever we believe from investigation is linked. For now, we want to limit and start mentioning specific individuals. Everybody linked to it will be identified, and they will be brought to establish their level of liability.
We must get justice for Mohbad. I'm glad to hear that the police has set up this 13-man team. It is very important that we see this investigation even televised. The police has said that they are going to exhume his body to do some autopsy. I think it is so important. And, you know, again, may his soul rest in perfect peace. I wish we had a lot of time on this subject, and I want you to give a detailed analysis because I know we didn't have much time the last time we discussed this topic.
Okay, very briefly.
Yes.
Number one, the Inspector General of Police, responding to, you know, the concerns that have been expressed by many about this sad incident, directed the CP Lagos to set up that 13-man investigative committee, because people are saying, look, there must be justice. Justice must be done. You know, government should get to the root of the matter. What exactly happened? Two, there have been allegations that there are, you know, some shady sides to the cause of his death. His father says he was injected by an auxiliary nurse.
Yes.
I don't know why, you know, it would be an auxiliary nurse attending to him. Some other people say, oh, it's because he left Malian records, Malian music, you know, and Naira Marley himself has said he has no hand in it, and that he himself supports extensive investigation. Many of his fans are aggrieved.
Yes.
In Benin yesterday, there was a protest. In Ikorodu yesterday, there was a protest. This morning, in the Pansheka area of Abeokuta youths are on the streets.
Yes.
And they are all saying justice for Mohbad.
Justice for Mohbad.
Now, government intervening, I think, is very important. But there are also other levels to it. Treatment of artists by the labels that they work for, and how families also treat wives. You know, because his wife and the sister have been all over the social media to say the family is not treating them well at all. But kudos to all the persons who are providing support. Concerned persons, including the widow, have contributed over 15 million for the young 5-month-old child that he left behind. And the family, please, they should stop talking about property. You know, we hear they are quarreling over property, they are, you know, quarreling over money. This is an important, you know, person, a major life that has passed on. And yet all you are hearing is quarrel over money. Over a 27-year-old man that died in his prime.
Yes.
So sad, right?
Really, really sad situation. Again, may his soul rest in peace. We must get justice for Mohbad. Well, that's all I have for you on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.